permission to record me, sir?
Sir, you're in public.
Okay, you know what?
Please identify yourself.
It's right here.
Is that what you tell the judge?
It's right here.
Is that what you tell your judge? Maybe I can't read. My glasses are already fogged up.
Keogan, badge
Okay.
number 54.
Okay.
Time for you to pack up your stuff and go.
Yeah, okay.
You're interfering with businesses. Okay.
How am I interfering, sir?
I have business owners complaining that you're harassing their customers. It's time for you to go.
I'm harassing them.
Yes, sir. So it's time for you to go.
Oh, okay. No problem, sir.
If you
I'll
return-
leave under duress.
If you
It's
return,
okay. It's
you
okay.
shall be arrested.
This is a
probably
public
for
sidewalk.
mischief.
Hello everybody and everybody else. My name is ScriptCat and this is ScriptCat Says. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been to my channel before, welcome back. Today we're just going to have a look at a few people whose parents never told them no, merely placed them in time out, or ignored their behavior altogether. And here we go.
Sir, please don't stand behind us. Okay?
Do you have a reason to record?
Yeah, they
Do you
know
have
what
a
it is.
reason to record?
I don't need one.
I'm sorry, but do you need a reason to record? There's no reason for you to record. These cops are doing their job. There's absolutely no reason for you to record.
She's on
They're
your
pulling
side.
me over.
Yeah, they're trying to take you to
concerned.
jail.
Huh?
You should probably be quiet.
Okay. I understand you have the right to
Say
film.
whatever I
don't have a
want. Stay in
problem.
here. Shut the
Go
fuck
ahead.
up, dude.
Go ahead.
Shut
Step
your
back.
mouth.
You are
Shut your mouth.
interfering
I'm
with
not
our
interfering. That's a
investigation
physical
right
act.
now,
Interstander who has
Did I
You are
did I mess with
interfering
your
with our
evidence?
investigation
Did I
right
get in your
now.
way?
You are interfering
Call
with
your
our
supervisor. Yeah, you do. I just asked for your supervisor, and you need to identify
Are
yourself
you
for
part of
policy.
this?
No, who are you?
Code
Do
of
you
conduct number
have a
73. What's your
ahead.
name and
Let's
badge
step
number?
back.
Hey, I want a supervisor here.
Step back over here.
I want a
When I'm done with
supervisor
this
here.
investigation,
I don't give a fuck. I'm requesting a supervisor. Do you want a complaint for not identifying yourself? Hey, dumb shit. All three of you need to identify now. All three of you need to identify. Don't hey nothing. I'm on the sidewalk. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. I got laws in my pocket.
right here.
You want to see some laws? You want to see some laws?
Sir, please don't stand behind us.
Right in your face, you damn right. Big dummy. You came over here, leave. I could touch that car, it belongs to the people.
Back up away from my car.
I'm asking you to leave.
Back up away from my car.
I'm watching you just like you're watching
care
me.
What you
I'm not,
want.
look, you just pushed the door on me clearly. Look at what you're doing. Why
Back
don't you
away
leave?
from my car.
I got the right to show that I'm harder than you. That's my First Amendment right.
Okay.
And that's what your oath is to uphold.
I don't have an oath.
Now, why are you in my face? Now, I'm
I
going to
have
back
an
up
oath.
some more. I'm going to back up some more. It belongs to the public. Look at you. It ain't even nothing wrong. You talking about I can't touch the car? Yes, I can.
Put your hands behind your back.
Ain't wrong. All right. Yeah, that's not no violation. I'm filming them. My First Amendment right. Same thing I just missed before. Just make sure you answer your phone.
So I'm trying to make this as simple as we can.
So am I, sir. Am I being detained?
So,
Hmm?
okay.
Am I being detained?
I'm sorry. Again, you're gonna have to.
Am
speak
I
up.
being detained?
Right now, you are, sir.
Then
I can't hear you.
then I refuse to make any further statements
Okay.
based on the grounds that it might tend to
I'm
incriminate
gonna give
me.
you this back because I don't need this. Okay.
If you, let's see, is
So what I'm
that
asking you to do is go ahead and step out of the vehicle. Okay. At this point, you are under arrest for failing to carry and present a driver's license. Okay. So listen to me very carefully.
you're trespassing, sir?
If you do anything other than what I say, then I'm gonna take that as that you're resisting arrest. Do you understand?
You're trespassing.
Do you understand
sir.
what I'm saying?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay.
You're
At
trespassing.
this point, you're under arrest. Do you understand?
You're trespassing,
Okay.
sir. Call my lawyer. Call.
That's fine. I need you to take your seatbelt off and step out of the vehicle.
This next video is over 11 minutes long. I whittled it down from about 40 to 45 minutes. I deleted every pause I could to winnow it down to what you see here. Therefore, it may seem a bit choppy, and I apologize for that. This gentleman is Jose de Cortez, aka Delete Laws, LAWZ, who is Sean Paul Reyes' legal guru. Thanks to Long Island Fraudit for this clip. In this clip, you will see the whole point of this video, which is how this person, as with so many others, simply cannot follow instructions, respect authority, or put up with being told no.
Okay, sir, you don't have a charge with regards to the right-hand turn. So I'm going to ask you to move on past that, please.
Well, I'm trying to prove here, Your Honor. So let me ask it another way then.
You're not charged with making an improper right turn or ignoring the traffic control devices. So let's move on past the turn and where the things were. Okay.
Well, the signage is a very important.
Move on to what the next movement was.
Okay. Did you know that according to the Maricopa County, the traffic zone manual work and special events, that lacking signage has been a historic problem for Maricopa County? Were you aware of that?
Well, although we're in Maricopa County, in order for construction to be done in the city of Tempe, it's got to pass through City of Tempe Engineering. And all the road closed signage that lead up to a closure, again, have to be approved by City of Tempe Engineering. And in this case, based on what I saw, it was signed properly.
Based on what you saw, but you didn't submit to evidence. Is that correct?
I did not submit the traffic plan for the closure to evidence, no.
Did you submit any pictures where there's proper signage that would alert, especially an out-of-state driver, that the road has been closed?
Sir, I'm going to stop you again.
I'm sure.
We've been going on now for 25 minutes, and this is not relevant to what occurred. You were not cited for violating anything regarding the road closure. So let's move on. You were cited for going into the intersection against the red light. So let's start with after you had realized you made a mistake. What did you do then?
I never testified that I made a mistake, ma'am.
Sir, then ask him questions about after that, but don't ask him about the road closure again.
Okay, what was the?
No, we're not going to go there anymore.
Oh, I see.
Because if you take too long in this, we'll have to continue it to another day.
Well, what was
you need to get to the things that are actually at question in this case. Go ahead.
Ma'am, this goes to causation. And so what I would ask the officer is...
There is no causation in this.
Oh, there's not?
That's irrelevant. No, there's not causation here. This is about what you did. So let's hear what questions you want to ask him regarding the actual violation in this case.
Okay. Is it true that in Maricopa County that there has to be 3 days of warnings for local residents that this road is going to be closed?
Okay. Maricopa County law doesn't necessarily apply to the city of Tempe.
Tempe is in Maricopa County, ma'am.
And the signs are not relevant. Move on.
So,
move
ma'am,
on,
are you telling me that
I'm telling you that the signs are not relevant.
Not warning the driver that the road is closed and the sign...
10 times at least. I'm telling you now, the signs about whether or not you could go down that road are not relevant. You were not charged with anything related to your movement and those signs. So, move on.
Ma'am, I object. That's not true. The reason I took a right is because there was no sign that the road was closed.
I made my ruling.
Tenney versus Brandoff forces me to just say yes, ma'am.
Sure.
I don't have any choice but to disagree with you.
Move on.
I see.
Ask your next question.
Yeah.
Ask your next question.
Okay, so, officer, when you observed me make a U-turn at a closed road, do you have any understanding as to the reason why someone would attempt to take a right on a road that's closed?
I have no idea why someone would, especially seeing that there was signage that said you can't turn.
You're saying there was signage, but again, you didn't submit any evidence that there was any kind of signage at all.
Sir, you're still on the sign.
Yeah, of course I am, because the causation of the infraction is because there was no signage. It's not relevant that there was no signage?
Not relevant. Move on.
Officer,
if you want to ask him questions, you need to move on to the things that are related to the actual violations in this case.
Oh, I see.
He did not cite you regarding your attempt at a right turn. He did not cite you for a U-turn. He cited you for the other violations after that. So please focus on what is relevant in this case.
Is it relevant how far back the barricades
No.
were? It's not relevant, so I couldn't have seen
No.
it. Oh, it's not.
No.
This is
Move
crazy.
on.
Okay, this is just nuts. But I'm trying to get justice in America. So as we continue down the road here, so officer, how many?
Sir,
How
if you don't stop making these statements, I'm going to cut off your cross.
cut off my what,
You
ma'am?
need to focus on the things that are relevant. Quit making statements and ask the officer questions. Otherwise, I will have to assume that you don't have any more questions for him.
Oh, that would be an
Next
incorrect
question.
incorrect assumption. So, officer, why would a driver, and in this case it was me, why would a driver make a U-turn and turn around in an intersection, and especially in a very busy area like Tempe that resides in Maricopa
I'm
County?
going to object. I'm going to say that's not relevant. We have moved on from the U-turn. After the U-turn, what happened? Ask him about after the U-turn.
Okay. So after you observed me make a U-turn to a closed road with no signage, why would I make a left on a red light when there's nobody around? Why, in your professional estimation, why would that vehicle be in the middle of the intersection running a red light?
Well, you weren't in the middle of the intersection originally. You were west of the intersection, and then you went through the red light to turn from eastbound to northbound.
So you're a police officer. You have all this experience. Why would someone you said I ran a red light and I'm going to
Now you're asking him to speculate as to why someone would do that. And we're not here to speculate, sir.
I don't have a driving record. I have no points on my record. So
Sir,
go ahead, ma'am.
I'm going to give you one last opportunity. If I have to warn you not to just go on making comments when you're supposed to be asking questions, I'm going to assume that you have no more questions for him. So
It would be an incorrect assumption. It would be an incorrect assumption. I have a lot of questions. So
We're going to move on.
Did you submit?
You don't have
did
any
you
other
submit
questions,
video?
apparently.
Officer, did you submit any video? You said that I almost hit a car, that I went into L2. Did you submit any evidence to the fact that I almost hit another vehicle at midnight when there was nobody? Did you submit any evidence to that, or is it just your testimony?
I did not submit any evidence that you almost hit a car. I also did not say you almost hit a car. I said you cut off a vehicle.
Did you submit any evidence that shows that I cut off a vehicle?
No.
And you
That's my
submitted.
testimony.
So you submitted no reason why it happened. I want to make sure I ask the right questions here because I don't want.
Sir, quit making statements. Ask the question.
So then, when he testified earlier that an argument ensued, I want to be sure about it. It's not really relevant. So
Okay.
I want to get
Sir,
to the
it's not
point.
relevant. Any other questions about the driving?
Of course, if you'd let me ask them, I would just like to ask my questions. So when I'm being charged with making,
Sir, I'm telling you right now, that's it on the question.
oh, I'm not allowed to ask any
You
more
have
questions. So you're
one
denying me due
comment,
process
you make
again.
Comments, you make
Okay.
statements.
Again, you're
You
denying me
make
due
comments
process.
on every comment.
That's okay.
So we're going to cut off Ross. I'm going to assume that you're done. Since
I'm
the
not
next
done.
thing you wanted to talk about was
I'm
the
not done.
supposed argument that took in account.
You're not
So,
allowing me to ask my
I
questions.
can only assume that when you don't follow my rules,
Assumptions
that this
are
is
not a
what
good thing to
happens.
make.
So,
Your rules. This is the
Sir,
court of law. I get due process.
you need to stop talking now and quit laughing like you think it's amusing. I'm telling you right now, you are not following the rules of the court. You've ignored them and you've laughed at them and you've thought it was very amusing. I'm telling you right now, there are rules that we follow and you are not following them.
And I feel like I'm being
I
denied
warned
due
you
process.
several times. I warned you several times that if you continued to just make these statements when you were supposed to be doing questioning and cross-examination, that I would end the cross-examination having to assume that you didn't want to ask any more questions. And instead of asking questions, you continued to make these statements. So I am going to stop the cross-examination at this point.
No due process.
Officer, do you have anything else you want to say that you haven't already said?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Mr. DeCastro, you have been sworn in. Go ahead and state your full name, spelling your last name for the record.
My name is Jose DeCastro, DeCastro.
And what do you want to tell me with regards to what happened?
There's no evidence against me here, none. You have
Post-production memo. This is Mr. DeCastro. I do apologize for mispronouncing his name.
an officer's testimony. There is causation in this case. There was no signage for the roads being closed. I didn't know the road was closed. I wouldn't try to take a right on a road that's closed. It's preposterous, considering I don't have anything on my driving record. Why would I make a mistake like that in such a busy area? It's just silly. And then when I made a U-turn and turned around, I was in the middle of the intersection with no signage that the road was closed. And if you check the Maricopa County handbook, it says that it's a historic problem that there's no signage. And even if there was signage, I would have to get 72 hours of notice. I didn't get that. And then when the officer came up and asked me for my ID, I was simply getting it out of the glove box. To state that I was argumentative with him is just preposterous. It's another way to paint me in a negative light. It's just not true. And the fact that you didn't allow me to finish my question and deny me due process, ma'am, this is going to end up in appeal in federal district court. This is absolutely wrong what's happening right now. I have the right to ask him questions. If you don't like how I'm asking questions, you're welcome to make me direct. But you're not allowed to tell me that my asking questions is over or I don't get due process of the law. Maybe this court doesn't I don't know. I don't want to say anything. But what I am trying to say is that there's been no evidence presented. You have an officer who has testified that I've done some things, but he's presented no evidence.
I'm going to stop you because you're making argument at this point.
I'm testifying. You said I was testifying.
Evidence. You want to present evidence.
Yes, I submitted a video that shows the entire thing. I submitted pictures that show.
What video? What video?
I submitted a video and I submitted pictures both.
We have absolutely no video.
Well, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
So we don't have a video.
I submitted video and pictures, Your Honor. The fact that it's not here now to me, honestly, is not surprising.
Those two?
To the court online.
How did you send them to us?
I sent them through the email submission.
How did you send them to us?
I can, if you want, you can ask again, and I'll continue to answer if you'd like. What I just said to you, ma'am.
I'm asking you.
You're asking me for the third time now. Let me say it again. I submitted them via email.
Well, let me stop you. Are you streaming this hearing on YouTube?
Your Honor, you told me I could.
No, I said you can't tape it.
You said we can continue. That's what you said.
I told you over again that the rule is you cannot tape and are not allowed to record these hearings.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what you said, ma'am. I'll end the stream for you, though, if that's what you'd like.
We gave you the opportunity of appearing telephonically. We didn't require you to come into court to do this. If you are streaming that right now, you need to undo that connection right now.
There you go, ma'am. I ended
right now.
There you go. I ended the stream, ma'am.
You talked about violating laws.
Okay, if you're still with me, thank you so much. I'm getting really close to 1,000 subs and I'm really getting excited. I hope you are too. The growth of this channel has been slow and steady, but that's the way it should be. I can't tell you how much people like Unclean Hands, Mark Baggett, Vilified Freedom, Zebra the Bicycle Frauditor, and anyone else who has shared my videos means to me. Thank you, and you, and you.